Have you ever wondered what it would be like to decode the secret language of your strengths to unlock your greatest potential? What if I told you that the key to this personal and professional growth lies within you? And I've spent countless hours piecing this puzzle together for you. Well, in today's video, we're going to explore Clifton Strengths, and we're starting right now. Hey everyone, Gordon Emerson here, Superintendent of Schools and Gallup Certified Strengths Coach. And on this channel, we help leverage my experience from classroom teacher to school district superintendent to help you go further, faster in your educational leadership journey. So if this is your first time on the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button as well as the bell notification so you don't miss any cool updates or any of our latest episodes. So today we're going to explore Clifton Strengths. And this is not your run-of-the-mill look at your assessment and your assessment results, but rather we want to go on a journey. We want to give you a roadmap for how you take those assessment results and how you apply them, how you implement them to help you achieve better results, get better results, lead better, serve better. That is the goal. We leverage our strengths so we can be better people. We can be better leaders. We can be better human beings. We can go further in our relationships, personal and professional. And that's what this is all about. So today we're going to give you 3 insights that are going to help you be able to implement your Clifton Strengths faster and more effectively. So buckle up because we're going to jump right in with insight number 1. All right, Clifton Strengths insight number 1. First and foremost, read your report. If you don't have your report yet because you haven't taken the assessment yet, that's okay. Don't panic. Check the description below. There'll be information and links that you can click on, and we can connect with you to give you a code, get you a code so you can take your assessment, you can get your results, and you can start to make progress. All right. So, but for the sake of this, let's assume that you do have your results. The first thing that happens when you take your assessment is that you get a series of reports. It is critically important for you to start to understand the power of your strengths. It's critically important that you read those reports from top to bottom. They're not long and complicated, but there are nuggets of wisdom and insight and ahas that you will have because you've now read those reports. And as you read the reports, things will start to jump off the page at you. Will say, wow, now I understand why I've been this way for the last 30 years. Or now I understand why I've been this way the last 50 years. I understand why I've been this way the last 15 years. Whatever the case may be. But you start to see these ahas. And when you start to see these ahas, you'll start to realize how these things all connect. Why you respond the way you respond. Why you do the things that you do. Why you connect with certain types of people. Why you connect with certain types of personalities. Certain types of perspectives. It's because it's innately who you are. So as we start this strengths journey, I cannot stress enough how important it is for you to read your reports. That's step 1. Once we read the reports, then we can start to internalize and know then what our strengths are. So let me give you an example. One of my top 5 is learner. So learner is big for me. As a matter of fact, learner is number 1 in my Clifton Strengths 34 and is number 1 in my top 5, number 1 in my 34 Clifton Strengths. I love to learn. What I know about that, and after reading my reports and then internalizing those reports, there's a reason why I go down a rabbit hole when I see something or I hear something. I read a news report, I watch a movie. I'll give you a great example. The words based on a true story that start at the beginning of a movie. If I am watching that movie at home, you can best believe I am now on my phone and I am in Wikipedia and I'm Google searching left and right because my learner just wants to know more. I want to front run the movie if I can. But knowing my strengths helps me know what I do really, really well because learner is all about deepening my level of understanding, my knowledge, my experience, my expertise, but for the express purpose of serving others. Using and leveraging my strengths to serve others, to bring value to others. So as you now start to internalize what your results are, and you start to internalize what your strengths are, and you start to think about how will those apply and how will you utilize those, you're going to be better off. So key, read your reports and then start to know what your strengths are. That's insight number 1. Clifton Strengths insight number 2. Start to think about, after reading those reports and after starting to analyze those results, start to think about how you will incorporate them. Now, start to put them into themes. Understand that under the Clifton Strengths framework, there are 4 strengths domains. There is influencing, relationship building, strategic thinking, and executing. These 4 domains guide how your strengths are organized and how they are categorized, if you will. So if you look at your top 5, because you really want to just focus on your top 5, start to think about how you can apply those in the real world. Well, first and foremost, you have to chunk it. Don't bite off more than you can handle at any given time. Strengths is about a journey. It's about learning and growing into this process over time. So don't bite off more than you can chew. Think about focusing on 1 or 2 of your strengths and no more for at least the first 90 days, for at least the first 6 months. How can you start to leverage and come up with some specific strategies, some specific things that you will do on a daily basis? I'm going to reread a section of my report. On a daily basis, I'm going to think about how this strength interacts with another strength that I have that's in my top 5. On a daily basis, I'm going to review what my top 5 are, and I'm going to pick out 1 or 2 specific things that I will do that day to really leverage and focus and harness those strengths. How I'm going to go into the world, I'm going to go into the office, I'm going to go into my team, I'm going to go into my relationship, and I'm going to figure out how to leverage and utilize my strengths to be a better person, to be more effective, to get better results, to lead better, to communicate better, to trust more. Any of those things are effective applications of your strengths and using your strengths, but start to think really tangibly how you can implement your strengths in the real world. And that is Clifton Strengths insight number 2, implementation in the real world. So as we delve deeper into this Clifton Strengths journey, I'm interested to learn more about you and your experiences. So share with me in the comments below, what is your top strength? What's your top 1, 2, or 3? What's in your top 5 that's resonating with you? And what are you focused on? Which of those strengths do you really want to harness, develop, and grow and nurture even more? Share that with us in the comments below. And we're going to move to Clifton Strengths insight number 3. Okay, Clifton Strengths insight number 3. Insight number 3 is all about getting perspective. I am a huge proponent of mentoring, coaching, and support. Many times when we are starting a new journey and we're learning new things, we're going into new understandings and we're delving into an area that may not be our expertise, the perspective of a coach or a mentor, somebody who is deeply knowledgeable, deeply rooted, understands Clifton Strengths, understands the framework, or let's just be fair, maybe they don't know anything about strengths, but there's somebody who you know, like, and trust, who can give you perspective, who can give you some thoughts, some ideas, some things to consider. But having a coach and telling that coach, here are my goals. Here's what I'm trying to do with respect to my Clifton Strengths. I want to use and leverage your expertise as somebody who I know, like, and trust as a mentor, as a coach, to help me start to use and incorporate these strengths. I've had this report. I'm reading it. I'm starting to understand what these strengths are. I'm finding real world ways to apply them and to utilize them in my everyday life, in my relationships, in my work, in my leadership. And now I just need another perspective. So as my coach, as my mentor, give me your thoughts, give me your perspective. The outside perspective, a third party looking at it objectively from the outside, will help you operate in your blind spots. They will help you see things that you don't see. They'll help you understand things from a completely different angle, a completely different perspective that you just don't have. But that is going to help deepen your knowledge and deepen your experience as you learn and grow into the strengths framework and into the Clifton Strengths based mindset. Okay, because a strengths-based life, a strength-based mindset it's a lifelong journey. It is not a destination you're going to arrive at quickly. I have been on this strengths journey for going on nearly 10 years now. And I learn something new every day just about myself and about my perspective. And quite frankly, with surrounding myself with other people who now are operating and utilizing their strengths, we now are all mentors and coaches for one another because we all have a perspective. I know their strengths, they know my strengths, and now we can work together. There is synergy and there's symbiosis when there are people who know and understand each other's strengths, and they use those to advance their organization's agenda, their relationship, their opportunity to build and collaborate and develop trust and develop, opportunities to grow and move and nurture themselves together. These things all come because of this commitment to strengths. So leadership insight, or Clifton Strengths insight number 3, is all about a mentor and a coach that's going to help give you that outside perspective. Don't discount the importance of having that third party perspective, because they're going to help you operate in your blind spots. It's critically important. So there you have it. 3 critical insights around Clifton Strengths, right? We're going above and beyond the Clifton Strengths assessment. Know the assessment, but know your strengths. Figure out real world applications. Get yourself surrounded by a mentor or a coach who can help give you perspective. But before we let you go, again, in the comments below, share with us, what's your action plan? What's your next step that you're going to take as you implement your Clifton Strengths, as you go deeper in your Clifton Strengths journey? Share with us your next step, the next action you're going to take. Put that in the comments below, because we want to grow and develop this community as much as possible. So as you share these insights with us, we're learning just as much as you are as well. All right. So if you got something out of the video today, give us a thumbs up, like the video, subscribe to the channel, share it with a friend, share it with 10 friends. We're on a journey to continue to grow and develop educational leaders, Clifton Strengths leaders, people who want to live a strengths-based life. That's what we're here for. We want to grow and nurture and develop this community as much as possible. So if you like this video, also check out this one. It's just as good as this one as well. And we look forward to talking to you on our very next episode. And so until we see you again, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and be well, everyone. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks.